Dank. Big Dank Demoss. Is that who you are? I didn't even know who you are. I had to look you up. Guys, we are going to be drinking some ginger tea right now. And we are going to talk about this controversy going on right now with this rapper called Dank Demoss. I'm going to show you a video of what she did on the Breakfast Club. Right now, she is suing LYFT because she's too big to get in LYFT, and LYFT said to her, you're not getting in here and busting up my tires. And that is why she is now going viral. She's calling herself a rapper. But we're going to get into all of that. And I just want to say, remember what the Bible said about gluttony? Well, and let's just get into it. What some people would call a big woman. I'm 5'9". I weigh 200 pounds. I just lost 40 pounds. I was 239 pounds. Well, I lost 39 pounds. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, so I'm coming at you right now from a big woman's perspective. Dank, you're coming at us and you're telling us that you need accommodation because you are big. Stop ruining it for us big women. Nobody should be accommodated for gluttony. In the Bible, it even says gluttony is a sin for many reasons. Because your body is a temple, number one reason. For other reasons, health reasons. Don't go out looking for accommodation, girl. When I was 239 pounds, I couldn't even cross my legs. But now I can cross my legs, and it feels so good to be able to do that once again. I know you were big ever since you were a child. I had issues with my weight ever since I was a child as well. I can remember I was wearing my mom's pants when I was 10 years old. So my weight has been a lifelong struggle. However, I have decided over the years to put myself on track. Just of recent, lately, I moved to the Dominican Republic 7 years ago, almost. July will be 7 years. I moved there from Canada, okay? Shouts out downtown Toronto. I moved here from Canada. I will tell you this right now. When I moved here, I didn't walk as much. I take motorcycle taxi everywhere. And I started to eat a lot more rice, a lot more fried plantain, a lot more, even meat, okay? When I was in Toronto, to maintain my weight, I couldn't eat that much meat. To maintain my weight, I had to walk to where I was going. When I wanted to make sure I maintained my weight, my nice physique, I had to make sure that I ate the proper foods. Moving here was very different, and I will tell you that. Taking on a brand new diet and everything, I gained 80 pounds in 7 years. Now, I decided to exercise. I'm going through menopause. I decided to exercise. I'm going through menopause. That's what I kept blaming it on. My menopause, no, it has nothing to do with menopause. It has to do with a lack of encouragement for self, a lack of discipline, and also a lack of dignity. How dare you go and try to sue LYFT because they were quite honest with you. The guy took one look at you and he's like, oh no, you can't fit in this LYFT. You can't fit in this LYFT. Now, let's say you could fit in it, because if you guys watch that whole episode on the Breakfast Club, you're going to see that she starts talking about, I fit in a PT Cruiser. I fit in this car and that car. And they're like, no way. No, you didn't. You didn't fit in that. And she's like, yeah, I did. That alone, Dank, should tell you that people see you a lot bigger than what you are. You may have a small girl mentality, a mindset that you are not as big as what you are. And hey, that's great, because you dress the way you want to as well, with your crop tops and your short pants and stuff of that nature. And hey, kudos to you. But you know what? Even they saw that on set, on the Breakfast Club, that there is an issue there. Shouts out to Charlemagne. Oh my gosh, man, you are not putting her down, and you are not a fat shamer. Neither was Kevin Samuels. I would love to see what Kevin Samuels would be saying right now about this situation. We have to, as a society right now, get healthy. There's too much going on in the United States. Here, to get healthy, all you have to do is eat some mangoes. All you have to do is eat some watermelon, eat some papaya, and the weight just melts off. The weight feels like it's like, a cockroach in the light. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what happens when you start eating better. Put down the cakes, put down the cookies, put down the chips. Pick up the papaya, pick up the watermelon, pick up the mangoes. Eat some tropical fruit, or even just eat some fruit of the season of the country that you live in. Fruits are plentiful. Stop eating the pastries, start eating the papaya. That's all you have to do, Dank. You don't go and sue a company because a guy who didn't want you in his car said, no, I'm sorry, I can't take you in my car. That's his lifestyle. That's his way of making money. You're not going to break the shocks on his car. You're not going to bust out his tires. What's wrong with you, girl? You think that's cool to go and sue him? Well, you said, I don't know if I'm going to sue John Doe, but you're suing LYFT. LYFT for what? They can't lift you. Literally. It's not cool what you're doing. And then in the same interview, you say that you're losing weight. Tell me that's not a misrepresentation. Tell me that's not an oxymoron. That's like someone saying jumbo shrimp. Well, either it's jumbo or either it's shrimp. Like, a shrimp, jumbo, get it? Shrimp means small. Jumbo is not. Anyway, it's like saying devilish angel. The two come from two different worlds. You contradicted yourself. You want to say that LYFT should be sued to change their policy, but you don't want to change your body? Girl, don't speak for us big women. Just don't do it. I'm going to show you my body right now. Well, I got my desk right here. Hold on, let me push my desk out. Let me do a full body shot here. There we go. All right. There we go. Dank. I still have weight to lose. And girl, you got a whole entire, probably year and a half on your hands of focus. I did my weight loss and my gosh, it's only a few months. It will take me about 2.5 months to lose 40 pounds. Okay, exercise and eating properly. It's going to take you a heck of a lot time to lose that 500 pounds or how many pounds you are, 400 pounds, 300 pounds. It's going to take a lot. But my goal was 80 pounds, almost 100 pounds. And I said to myself, once I get to 300 pounds, I am not going to be very happy. I got to 239 pounds. No, it wasn't 300 pounds. I would never be 300 pounds. Come on now. I said to myself, if I get to 240, if I get to 240 pounds, then I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I bought myself a scale on Amazon. That scale got delivered. It was a nice glass one. I still have it, still weigh myself on it. And I got that and it came in July. And I was like, all right, I weighed myself. What? I was like, Cerise, I didn't know you weighed this much. You don't feel like you gained that much weight. 80 pounds? I'm telling you, gaining 80 pounds makes a huge difference. I even, when I talk now, have a breath, an extra breath. Never mind extra weight. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it. It concerns me, but it's because I have this extra weight on me. And then when I breathe in, it's because I got fat on my chest. That is what it is. I checked it out on ChatGPT. I'm like, why am I so breathy? And ChatGPT said, well, it could be due to a lot of things. One could be weight gain, lack of exercise. What? I had to put myself in check. I had to say to myself, girlfriend, you need to really lose that next 40 pounds. I'm not fat shaming. Come at me in the comments if you think I am. Come at me, because you know why? I had to struggle. So I wouldn't shame anything that I had to struggle with my whole entire life. From the moment I was 10, I hit puberty. Boom. The fat just started to come on. Do you know this? When two fat people have a baby, and I'm going to say the word fat. Let me cut that off for 1 second before I get into the DNA and the dynamics of science. In the Bible, it says, fatten your oxen. Fat is not a bad word. It is not F-U-C-K. It is not a bad word. It is a reality word. There are a lot of people here in the Dominican Republic, a lot of Dominicans, and when they go out and they eat their chaluta, their chuleta rather, chuleta is pork. When they eat that, they don't mind a little bit of fat around their pork. Well, guess what? I do. I don't eat fat. I don't like fat. It's greasy. I don't like it. And those of you who do eat a nice big steak, you want to eat fat around your steak, or do you want to eat a nice Kobe, a rare steak full of meat? Let me tell you something else before I get into the DNA. There are a lot of Dominicans here that don't suffer from obesity the same way the United States does. And this is not to beat up on the United States, but things need to be changed in the United States, because even where I'm from, Canada, the cereals are made with real fruit juice. For instance, Fruit Loops. It's made with real fruit juice. Y'all in the United States, yours is made with chemicals to make that red, to make that orange. Our red is made with watermelon. Yeah, our Fruit Loops aren't as bright. They don't pop out in the bowl with all these colors. But you know what? It's a little bit more healthier than what is being served in the children's bowls of Fruit Loops in the United States. And also, Europe also has the same reasoning behind that as Canada does. So a lot of change does have to happen, because there's a lot of obesity going on in North America, more specifically in the United States. Now let's get to the DNA. If two fat people get together and they have a baby together, chances are that child is also going to be fat. So here's another fat fact for you. If you are fat, okay, and you gain weight over the years, what happens is when you lose weight, you don't lose those fat cells that you gained. When you are gaining weight, you are gaining fat cells. And those fat cells stay in your body. And then you pass them on to your children. And your children will also have that struggle. So that's why when your children are born and you at one point were fat, or you come from parents that are big, you have to make sure that you feed your child more fruits and more vegetables, and if you choose to raise your child as a carnivore, a meat eater, don't have your child eat any more than the size of the palm and the thickness of the palm. Just like a deck of cards. You don't want to have meat any thicker than that or any bigger than the palm. That is the size of your stomach. You make a fist, that is the size of your stomach. If you are eating like 3 fists full, you are eating more than the size of your stomach, and you're stretching it. So when you start to feel that full feeling, you know already that you're full. Anything after that is gluttony. So yeah, Dank, your voice is beautiful. Dank, you sound sweet. Your face is beautiful. I know that is that one thing that, all fat girls get, right? Your face is so beautiful. Why don't you lose weight? And yes, I'll tell you something else. Your music, I haven't really heard too much of, but I heard you do a little rap right there on the Breakfast Club, and I heard you trying to get into your flow, and even though you messed up a little bit, that's okay. You were put on the spot. You could have practiced a little bit before you went on, but you didn't. Or maybe you did, and you just got nervous. I mean, hey, not everybody who's just put on the spot to produce their talent, give their talent, share their talent with the world is able to go do it like Eminem says to do. Just blow that stage up. Anyway, I will tell you this. Suing a company because they are looking out for their employees' vehicles that they use as a mode of financial gain doesn't make sense to me. Every company has its own rules. Every company has its own regulations, okay? You know what? When you say that being fat is like being disabled, where'd you get that from? You can lose fat. People who are disabled can't lose that disability. Ding, ding. Hear the choir sing. That's it. And I'll tell you something right now. Fix yourself, girlfriend. I lost that weight. You know what? When I was 239 pounds, all my life, break it down, rewind selector. When I was younger, and I was struggling with my weight after I had my children, I'll tell you something right now. What happened was I lost that weight and I felt so good about myself. And not only that, I had a lot of men coming up to me and appreciating me. And then what happened? I'm like, wow, I am worthy. And no, I wasn't looking for validation from men. So don't even try to go there, because I find validation through what I do, my content creation. I'm a writer. I'm a soul coach. I run my businesses. I have moved here to the Dominican Republic by myself. Yo vivo aquí sola. I live here solo, alone. And I'll tell you something right now. Those are the things that give me validation. But when I lost the weight back in the day, and I started to get that respect from people, like, wow, Cerise, you lost weight, girl. Wow, you're looking good. Oh, look at you, girl. Even guys that I liked back in the day were coming up to me. They had no shame to their game. They were like, girl, look at you. Like I'm all of a sudden from outer space, and they forgot that I didn't even have their attention a few months before that. Well, it's happening again. And now, the other day I put on a really nice leather top, nice tight fitting, and I put on some nice pants, and I took myself to a jazz concert down the street, and I strolled in, got myself a glass of wine, sat at the table, and wow. Like where I live, it's very touristy. A lot of American men are here. And I had one after the other American man come up to me and say, girl, look how good you're looking. You're looking good. Keep up the good work. Wow, like the encouragement. Wow, the inspiration that they were giving me. And they're like, you look really good. I was watching your videos because I have another YouTube channel. It's called Cerise Fairfax, my first and last name. And I help people come to the Dominican Republic and move to the Dominican Republic, and I write books and stuff like that. So these Americans see that channel, and so I'm quite well known here where I live, and all of them will come up to me and be like, girl, I saw you on your video and you're looking good. I can tell you're losing weight. This makes me feel awesome. And there's nothing better than doing something better for yourself. Something that you can sit back and say, yes, I did it. The good old Bible tells me so. The good old Bible tells me gluttony is not good. My body is a temple. Come on now. For eons we've been knowing this. So girl, I'm not beating up on you and I'm not trying to shame you, but you can't talk for fat people, because most fat people are uncomfortable in their own skin that they're in. And even after they lose that weight, their skin becomes so flabby, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. I'm going to have to go get myself some Botox, maybe some facelift after I lose this 40 pounds. I'm 53 years old. I don't want to wait too long. I live in the surgery capital of the world, the Dominican Republic. I know for sure I'll be going to Santo Domingo to get myself a nice little body tuck, and I don't know, maybe even a little BBL, who knows? But yes, those are called goals, and goals are what's going to take you to the next level in life, not suing somebody because they're afraid you're going to break their car down and that's their mode of financial gain. How dare you? That's so not right. That's so not right. And if you feel like I am fat shaming and you are fat and all that stuff, go ahead on Facebook, go ahead on TikTok, look me up, and you will see that I was exercising live online to gain inspiration from people and to help other people lose weight too. Because God knows that when you have all that fat around your heart, it is difficult. Especially trying to breathe, trying to walk, trying to even cross your legs, bend over, tie your shoes, get into a car. Now, yeah, you could have gotten into that car, Dank, but you know what? It's not that man's responsibility to help you out. and pull you out of that car. You are short and just as wide as you are tall. That man might have had a backache. And he's looking at you and he's like, oh yeah, you know, you may get in, but I know I'm going to be the one that's going to have to help you out. And that's not going to happen. You know? And not only that, what if you slip when someone's pulling you out of the car because he has a slip disc? Girl, I'm sorry, but this one is a no-go. I can't do it. I don't want anything to do with fat. I don't want anything to do with overeating. I don't want anything to do with gluttony. I want everything to do with health. And none of us have a day that is promised to us. We are all living on borrowed time once we hit a certain age. But it's then that we need to focus on doing better so we can be better. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Sister Cerise. Here, I'm always here for you every single day. Please subscribe for real-time updates on what's going on around the world and Hollywood buzz. I thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I'm sorry that I had to get real raw and rough on this one. I'm not trying to shame anybody. That is not my intention. So, you know, let me know in the comments below if I hurt your feelings, and I will send you a proper apology that you took it personally. But no, I will not apologize for what I'm saying, because I love God and I believe in the Bible. What is preached is your body is your temple. If you disagree with that, then I don't know. Go tell your maker, because your maker is the one that made your body. All right, guys, it is raining right now in the Dominican Republic. I live very close to the beach. Can you hear the rain? Rain keeps falling on my head. Hear it? That's exactly what we need to do with our bodies. Shower the fat away. Let the fat melt off. Prepare ourselves for better health. Just like the rain prepares the ground, the seeds to grow, that's the only thing we can do. Melt that fat away and then prepare for the future. Everyone, I love you. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I'm getting a little excited here. Make sure you check out my past videos. I just put one out yesterday on Kanye going to Atlanta to save Kodak Black. Shouts out, yay for yay. That's right, you go get him, cowboy. And also I put one out of Cowboy Carter. There we go, tying in things. And I'm going to be doing another video on Beyonce, because the first video that I did, she is leaving her $200 million home. And I told you guys why on that video. I will put it down in the description below that video in case you missed it. But I'm also going to be doing another one on her, because there's going to be a lot of changes happening in her life since she won that Album of the Year. All right, guys, without any further ado, I love you, and be good to yourself out there, because you deserve it.